Hello! We are here. We in this. Thank you. It is a mess. I have not figured out how to move things to the front or the back, so I could just make the video the background. I was trying to find that at the end. Um, I didn't realize that I could try this yesterday or the other day when I was setting it up. I don't know how to change the layers. I don't have to explain. Maybe I should just for posterity because this is being recorded. Um, So what we're doing here today is I'm in the midst of, I should probably get a better camera angle. I am in the midst of an incredible undertaking of trying to explain the entirety of the Hawaiian Network plotline, which is the BTS story that took place over music videos, short films, teasers, an entire webtoon, and two whole novels. To name a few. So basically, I am going to be, for the first time in history, compiling all of that information. I didn't even mention the blog. There's also a blog. Um, Compiling all that information to one cohesive explanation plot line of what actually happens in that entire thing because I am the only person on earth who cares enough to do so. And I'm starting to see why. I have been starting to go a little bit insane during my recent reading of the rereading of the novels as I took very scrupulous notes. Those around me had to. Nespresso is doing his best, okay? Let him and his magical flowers be. Testesco is just, he's doing his thing. And murdering women. Just killing lots of women. But we'll get to that another day. That's way later. Oh, there is a delay. You can see my arm moving so late. But yeah, so I'm trying to compile all this information so I can explain what actually went down. It is so much more complicated than you could ever possibly imagine. And I think most people aren't even aware of all the mediums that were employed to tell this story. So they've probably only seen the videos, and that makes it very confusing if you only have that information. And maybe have read the webtoon, which adds quite a bit, but is only a tiny part of the story. Um, there are demons. There are demons, eldritch beings. There is an eldritch cosmic cat, time travel, generational trauma, a real life blog by a fictional person with a fictional company with pictures of his fictional trips and fictional flower shop and fictional van that he uses to murder women on accident. It's manslaughter. There are actual murderers though. Several. So yeah, with that, let's get started with not necessarily the first thing in the series, but the first thing that was released in terms of the entire HYYH story, the prologue video. So this was released. Man's laughter. Did you mean to type man's laughter? Is that a joke? Damn it. It's being funny. Yes, it is the joke. Man's laughter. They don't call it man's laughter for nothing. Um, the first thing that was released, yes, was the prologue video. Let's dig into it from the top with feeling this time. I'm a professional. While we're watching the video, I'll try to tap back and forth. Alright, so first we've got Taehyun. He's got blood on him. But why does he have blood on him? Frog mug. Blood on the hands. Okay, so confirmation number one. I've already learned something. So we know for sure that this one takes place in the time loop where he kills his father, not in one of the time loops where he chooses not to kill his father, because in the ones that he doesn't do it, he cuts his own hand. So this is telling me that it's one of the earlier time loops. where um, he's by himself, basically. So he does actually stab his dad, as we'll see in the I Need You music video. You've probably seen if you've watched the music videos at all. So this is probably the very early days, or maybe even the first time around, like we see in the first episode of Save Me, the webtoon as well. I'm also keeping an eye out for all the things that are in the background. So anytime, if you see any like writing on the walls and I don't immediately pause to read it, or weird shadows, let me know. Hang on, let's let him say. Please gotta say first. Well, I can't hear him real well, but I heard Bogo Shibuya. I'm gonna double check that. I'm gonna look that up after this and see if somebody else has translated that and what exactly he says. It's a little hard to tell. Here's the thing. I also put this together recently, but back in the day when we didn't have all of the information, when you watch, I should like go back to this, so you have something to look at here. Back in the day when we got the Reflection teaser, which is Namjoon's teaser for the Wings album, he drinks. There's literally like a piece of paper. It says poison. That's how he drinks it, and then so it looks like he like straight up kills himself. And he's like really out of it, and then you get the cut to the telephone booth, which is all chained up, and so we all connected this right that he is getting a call from Taehyung, but we didn't know at the time because it looks like Namjoon is committing suicide, but I think it's actually just meant to be more. Actually, no, hang on. I figured this out the other day. I actually wrote this down. I know exactly where he was. Yes, I remember. He was with Jin. So from the Save Me webtoon, we actually found out the reason that he doesn't pick up, and this is the whole what they're metaphorically telling you with the telephone booth in Reflection, is he did not answer when Taehyung needed him most, and that is because he was actually just like chilling with Jin at the time, and they thought that they were doing pretty good vibing. So that whole thing is a representation of him not being there when Taehyung needed him the most, because those two are bestest of best friends. All right, sobbing, screaming, crying, throwing up. We move on. Barreling forward. Why no? Seriously, is this loud? Yeah. Mattress in the abandoned pool. This shows up multiple times. Oh, I forgot about that. So that's his mom, his deadbeat mom. We love this yet. I love Joni. Can you see my cursor? I'm curious. Do you see what I do with my cursor? It's loud in comparison to your voice now. Yeah, I had to turn it back down. I'll turn it down a bit more though. We'll only turn it up if we need to hear him talk. Thank you for the input. Hamkaramyan, Urso sweet. Urso sweet. No, Urso sweet. Cry. I hate that phrase. Every time I hear it, I'm like, I know what that means, but I can't remember. There's a phrase that's repeated in the novels where they say, we can be happy when we're together, which is what immediately comes to mind. And it's like a thing that Jin said, or replied in writing actually, to Yoongi. Seriously, the dog keeps trying to get him. Maybe laugh? It's either, the two sound really similar. It's either laugh or cry. I guess we can laugh if we're together. That makes sense. Oh, oh, here it is. There's another word in the middle there. And then something had that instead of regular. Yeah, anyway, but yeah, basically you have to survive. Jungkook is real. Don't set Jungkook on fire, please. Now we can even see the brand of the little pretzels. Wow, they really kept it in the background here the entire time. I never even realized this was in the background. I thought that was a mirror inside the shipping container, and then he comes outside. But it is straight up there the entire time. This is why you gotta keep an eye out. What a loose adaptation, not my project. Okay. So what I was going to say was they go to the beach several times, but based on the way they were all dressed, it could have been another time, but now we can see them in their clothes here. They're in their plain clothes. So this is definitely, I think, the second time they go to the beach. So the first time they go to the beach is when they're all in high school and they walk all the way there. So they were all in their high school uniforms because they literally ditched school to go there. Second time though, I think this is the one where the beach house incident happens after. So this takes place all the way after the 2-year gap, after Jin comes back from America. Yes, okay. So this is confirmed. This is the beach house incident one. This is after the 2 years. They haven't seen each other in a long ass time, but Jin's come back. He's reconnected. This is after he's actually finished saving them all in the original time loop. So he's like finally like, I got these bitches. Everyone's good. Nobody finna die. And then he's like just barely scraped by, and he's like, okay, now we've officially reached the point where I've saved everyone from a death or issue, horrible bad ending. So from here on out, we should be good, right? I broke the time loop. And so they go to the beach and they're like, we did it, boys. We ended the time loop. Of course, no one else knows about the time loop but Jin at this point. And they take a picture. The picture is actually really important because this means this is probably the first time around or one of the earlier times around. Could be any of them, but just based on how happy everyone is, I'm gonna say this is probably like the first time around. So actually, this is gonna be the last time around because Jin took the picture of them, not with himself in it, but he was not smiling, according to the books. He was not smiling at that point. Inaccuracy, retcon. So that means this video we are seeing multiple time loops though. That's annoying. It's so annoying out here. I didn't notice that before. I should write that down somewhere. That's exactly what he's doing in the Yet to Come music video. I have a theory that they're going to come back from military service and pick up the HYYH plotline again because there have been a lot of subtle references to HYYH again recently. And for instance, the Yet to Come music video where they're saying, before they go into the military and went on hiatus, don't worry, we'll be back. We love you, Army. I thought originally that one was just like referencing old music videos randomly to, for the sake of nostalgia. But when I watched it back, just to be sure, recently, um, I noticed that every single reference in the video, every single one, except for the bus, was explicitly HYYH, only relates specifically to the HYYH story plotline. None of them referenced any other music videos that they've done. So I'm like, this is not an accident, actually. And it also had these specific moments of Jungkook, which is another reason I think that it's actually pointing to a comeback of HYYH, because where the books leave off, it's all about Jungkook. Everything else has been fixed, but they've accidentally traumatized Jungkook into maybe becoming a school shooter, serial killer type deal. Like he's maybe gonna try and murder them all. So it's a whole thing where like we're about to get his side of the story. Can you get down from there, maybe? You know you have this whole secret depression thing going on, but like, please not today. Not well today. Great frame. Iconic freezing incoming. Should we do another one? Let's say chat. Woo! Take those, yes. Alright, we'll do I Need You. 9 years ago.
Barbies did it right.
Blink, blink.
Hey, Lily.
Naughty. This is when you give me a nice little kudos. She cute, she cute. And this is subscription.
Imagine that.
I love the sarcastic imagine that. It's sensory. Oh my god, you didn't see the follow either because you followed before I hit the start streaming. This is the follow one. It terrified me because I was moving stuff around and then you did that.
StreamLabs. StreamLabs.
It caught me so off guard. It's gonna every single time though. But that's why I love it. It's okay. Just spilled tea all over myself on live stream. It's cool. Just completely missed my mouth. That's cool. All's well. It's lovely. I'm doing great out here. Anyway, some more elderflowers. Very straight things. Very, very heterosexual things from Min Yoongi over here. So they were best friends. History will say they were besties. You can't fool me. That shit. Who caresses the pillow? Who? Whomst? Whomst is caressing the pillow like this. Yeah, very normal heterosexual behavior over here. Caressing the pillow. Brings his best friend's flannel to the motel room where he lonely boy hours caresses the pillow and then sets himself on fire. Very, very, very heterosexual behavior. Oh, there it is. We've got Jimin burning picture. No, he's burning paper. I wonder what he's burning. He burns a Polaroid later. No, we do not want subtitles on this one. It's gonna block the view. I'm just gonna point it out again. This is Jungkook's flannel. Later, when we see them fighting, he's wearing this exact flannel. So they fought, and then he literally took this man's shirt and fled to end his own career. Okay. Right, exactly. But, you know, Jungkook conspiracy, whatever. And here we have one of the hotels. I wonder what this says. This is definitely... It kind of looks like... Oh, I might be stupid. No? There's something written on the mirror. Do you think that's... okay, I'm gonna make a note that I gotta come back and check that. This might be... That's a new one. I've never seen that before. It might be the "You have to live" written on the mirror again, but it's smeared out because he doesn't like that. He does not want to. Thank you very much, God. You can take it back. Oh, there's more stuff in the background. Hang on. There's so many things written on the walls. Oh, I wonder what this says. Oh, why did they make it all so small and hard to read? they're gonna put it there. Like, they want me to read it. Sorry if this is the terriblest angle. It looks like it's in English. I can't see it. It's way too small. God, there's text written everywhere. We can't read them. See if anyone else has gotten screen caps of these.
StreamLabs. StreamLabs.
Hello? Wait, what was that? Somebody else? Oh, I missed it. It was. I gotta make that bigger so I can see it too. It looked like Lil something. Lil Zar! Hello! So shit out of me every time it happens. So I had to make all these little widgets myself, right? I customized them. I have not got my own audio sound bites to put in there yet, but I'm going to. But that one is absolutely horrifying. Every time someone follows it, it does that. So obviously no one has actually put all of this together into one cohesive timeline and explained the actual story. So I decided that I'm going to do this because I'm bored and things aren't going well in life. So I'm gonna throw all my energy into this instead and put it on the internet and see if that makes my life a little bit better. You don't know it's the most Yeah, it is. Oh, when I tell you, I knew it was going to be an undertaking, and it's okay because this is a special interest of mine, legitimately. Oh, I haven't shown. I haven't shown the murder board. I gotta show you guys. So I haven't printed out the pictures yet and made the actual murder board yet, like actually put the pieces on yet, because I'm gonna film myself for the video doing that. But I can show you what I got. You're gonna laugh when you see how big this is. So I needed a whiteboard, right? I needed a whiteboard. No, I'm gonna glue it. I also wanted a corkboard though, is the thing. So I got oh my god. Again, here's me first. But how are you the first person to try to compile the entire story? Thank you. Because it's so much fucking work and they've been releasing it over like 10 years. Yeah, there's just been like so many pieces of it that no one's compiled everything. Like as stuff was coming out, there were people making theory videos, but a lot of that has been disproven now because so much more information has come out, and I think a lot of people, like a lot of it wasn't even highly publicized, so a lot of people didn't even know that there was a novel. I didn't even know there was a novel, and I don't know anyone else that has read them. I've not seen anyone else talk about the novels, so I think a lot of people are missing that information, and I have read all of it. I read the webtoon, I read the novels, I watched all the videos many, many times, and I'm watching them many more times for more information. But yeah, so here's my giant whiteboard slash corkboard. It's gonna be my Styles murder board. Like you literally, it's so big you can't even. You can't even see it. So I got like this roll-on corkboard that's like thin, and you stick it on to something, and mostly that has actually worked out quite well. I know, because I wanted both. I was like, a whiteboard is more useful for what I'm going to need it for in this particular case. But I really like the aesthetic of a corkboard. I want to have a corkboard where I have cute little pictures of the members and all of their little Barbie accessories. Like, you know, Jin comes with his chuck, and Hosa comes with burgers because he's always working at the burger joint. Yubi comes with his lighter that he tries to kill himself with a lot. And booze. He comes with booze because he's always drunk. I'm gonna see your live reaction, live snail reaction. This is gonna be very fun. This is gonna be very fun. Okay, Jungkook's picking a fight. He's a little brat. He's stressy depressy. Okay, so I should also say with the prologue, this is before the prologue happens. So definitively, the I Need You music video all takes place before the events of prologue. This is like what we're seeing right now. This is the day, April 11th. You will remember that date. This is the day that Jin comes back to America after being gone for 2 years after everyone splits ways. Okay, the guy throwing money at him. That's how Namjoon's bad ending starts. So like his first bad ending is on this day. He gets into a fight with this rich dude, and so he goes to prison. So that's his first bad ending. He also dies in a horrible fire later on, but that's later. Actually, we didn't even find out into the novels that like J-Hope walking across that bridge that he collapses on. That's actually because he found out the auntie from the orphanage is dying of cancer. This is my Viggo Mortensen stubbing his toe incident. Fun fact, these two guys beating the crap out of Jungkook are their managers because they couldn't afford extras. This is Jimin's suicide bathtub. He tries to drown himself in there. Weirdly, this happens on April 11th originally, and then it happens in like May later on. Other events transpire on the first day. Let's play How Many of My Friends Are Gonna Kill Themselves Today? Answer: 6. Oh, patricide. Yugi being extra. Ooh, hang on. I saw some shit in the background that time. The most beautiful and happy moment in life. Read more, show less. Show less? We are traveling through. At first I read that as we are traveling though. We be traveling to hell. They kept throwing away his pills and his iconic. The lollipop cigarette. Also iconic movie shot. We love a fire. It's probably the second time they went. Oh no, that'll be the first time because that's the construction site that they find there. Weirdly, this happens on April 11th originally, and then it happens in like May later on. It's probably the second time they went. Oh no, that'll be the first time because that's the construction site that they find there. Even though they're not in the uniforms. It's for aesthetic purposes. Now that we have watched those 2 videos and broken them down, I took some notes. I have some new insights. I'm very happy. It's new information. But yeah, it's gonna be crazy. The amount of research that has gone into this. Yeah. It's a lot though. It's a lot. Yeah. So I guess without further ado, that is probably where we're going to leave it for today. Am I talking too quietly? My throat's really sore. Yeah, I've had a good time breaking down these videos as we begin our descent into the madness. There's so much more to unpack later. But there's a lot of subtle imagery and interesting. They put so many little things written in the background. I'm gonna have to dig even further to find all of that information. Because they do be putting hints. But yeah. Yes, I'm so glad you could come by, Keta. Love you. Alright, Keta and Jaden, thank you so much for showing up. I will go ahead and dipperoni. Thanks everyone who stopped by. I will catch you later, probably next week. See you around.